What's up, Magic Arena players? We've just had March of the Machines drop on Magic Arena today, and there's some pretty cool cards in that set. And we've also gotten the bonus stuff that has like a whole bunch of legendaries in it there, which is giving us a lot of options for things to brew with for the historic format. But what I've built here today revolves around Monastery Mentor. This is a card that is banned in some of the bigger, scarier formats. And for this card to now be available in standard and historic is going to be kind of crazy. So I'm really interested to see how this is going to go. And we also get a new card which does something similar. It also makes a whole bunch of guys for you. The only issue is that you have to turn them on into creatures. It's kind of like a mini Shark Typhoon. It's not bad. It's pretty good. But it generates you a lot of value in this deck. So the goal is to get one of these guys in play, keep them alive, beat in with your army in a can, and delete all of your opponent's threats. And to do that, we've got Fragment Reality, which is the best removal spell in the game right now. Exile pretty much anything, and then your opponent gets just a random creature card with less amount of value onto the battlefield. Most of the time, it'll hit junk, especially because you don't really want to be using this for anything too big. But we also have Laid Down Arms, where you exile a creature with mana value less than the number of planes that you control. And you can say that we've got a really high planes count here, specifically playing the dual lands that have the planes subtype, so that we have quite a lot in the deck. That is 17 in total. So this will be quite active for a lot of the game. We also have Snapcaster to recycle these things, as well as our counterspell suite of Veto to Veto for Contingency. I still think this is like really where I like to be when it comes to counterspells. I like to be more removal heavy. But these are both very, very strong counterspells and buy you a lot of time. A lot of this deck is just kind of waiting for the army to turn online and your opponent to not be able to deal with these things. We've also got Aether Channeler, which can also generate an army, or bounce a thing, or draw a card. Playing Ephemerate as one of our spells that can help protect our army in a can creatures, because you play Ephemerate, it triggers their making a token, they get exiled, they come back, next turn, Ephemerate is cast, and then you can potentially do it again, which is pretty good. And we have our one-sided board wipe, Settle the Wreckage, because we're making a bunch of creatures, we don't really want to wrath the board. And that's kind of it. Like, it's really straightforward. A bunch of draw spells, bunch of, dodging removal, bunch of removal. Basically, stick a guy, Settle the Wreckage your opponent, swing for fatal. It's pretty straightforward, we hope, but let's see how it goes in an actual battle. Okay, well, we don't have any early game. If we draw a third land, it's game over. But if we survive turn 3, we win the game. My opponent is mulliganing heavily. Which probably means I've got time, right? Like, oh, okay, maybe not. How foolish of me to assume. Oh, interesting. I think I still just slam Monastery Mentor here. Let's go. Because if he doesn't get to kill it right now, he's just gonna try and race. That's fine. Oh, okay. Jokes, I guess. Take a lot of damage here. Now he's out of gas, I think. I have two options. I could settle, Or I could Monastery Mentor and Fragment Reality. And I've decided to go for Settle because I get both of them. And then Monastery Mentor means that they won't be able to recover. Spell Pierce. Oh, okay. Okay. That follow-up was pretty good for me. 2 cards in hand. I might just hold on the Contingency. If I had 6 land in play, I would like Slam Mentor and then hold Contingency. But I'm worried about this. Yeah, goodbye. Cool. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Yeah, now we just get to hold Veto on the Mentor. We're just cruising. We're just cruising. Alright, now the race is on. I get to end of their turn double think twice, maybe. I can do it to make blockers if they don't get a flyer. Potentially. Sure. You gonna try and charge? No? 6 damage. Well, he's think twice. Twice, as advertised. I have a backup Settle the Wreckage. So now I have this other cool play where Lay Down Arms can exile my own guys, so I can go to 11. I got Fading Hope. That's fine. I will still have Settle the Wreckage open, which is pretty good. And I get some Trigger Prowess, which is really good. And get there for 16. So I'm representing Fatal now, and I have Settle the Wreckage. So if attacking is how they intend to win the game, they're not going to be able to do it. Like also this is just not Fatal. He has to have like a double strike thing here to even attempt Fatal. Wizard's Lightning. Okay. Still not Fatal. Yeah. So we get that. And they had a really good start. They had like an 11 damage turn or something ridiculous. And we're fine. This actually seems really good. We get the Lay Down Arms for the early, and I can Snapcaster Lay Down Arms, or I hit turn 3 and I have Contingency, and then I have Settle the Wreckage for after that. And they're playing Winfect. That's fine. Let's see your follow-up. This does not have Infect, so I will do nothing. I'm not worried. So if I have a... Okay, never mind, it does have Infect now. Rip. I think I'm just gonna Aether Channeler here. And bounce it to drop the enchantment. Because then it no longer has Infect. Or Toxic, it's the same thing. It no longer puts poison counters on me. interesting. I think I just play the Monastery Mentor and we will hold the channel to block. I also have to be careful because Skithrix is in this format. And if he hits 5, he could just Skithrix me for 4 poison counters, which would be bad. Okay. I think we're just doing nothing go. Which is fine. Hopefully I get to hit Settle the Wreckage on some stuff. Okay, now you have no blockers, I'm guessing. Also, this has flying, so it could block Skithrix. But now he has land to cast it also, which I need to be mindful of. I think I just have to hold Contingency open here. That's fine. Or Settle the Wreckage, maybe? Having Contingency open means I have access to Ephemerate, because I only have 4 mana. I think I actually counter that. Keep their hand size low. And they also just can't cast a second one this turn, because the one in their hand, if they had drawn one, would cost extra. Which is pretty good. I wonder if that's actually the case. That would be so hype. Okay, I wish I drew a land there. I think we play the Seedshark. And just hold Ephemerate. Because I'm not on enough poison counters to worry about dying to Skithrix. That's fine. This is for the Black Belly. I've exiled it. The Black Belly Rat, so that when it dies, it proliferates multiple times, I guess. I think that's fine. What's his CMC? 5. I'm 1 planes short of Lay Down Arms doing the job for me. So I might just attack with this shark and hold Wreckage open. Not a big deal. Children's Edict. Sacrifice a non-token creature. This doesn't have trample, does it? No. I actually kind of want to Snapcaster and Contingency this. There's actually a lot of value out of that, and then I can block. But also I have the Snapcaster to take the sacrifice if needed. I think I'm just representing Fatal right now. Might turn this on and then just hold Contingency and just like roll in with the team. I mean, casting any spell would have made the Monastery Mentor bigger, but I think this is safer. I think I just Ephemerate is better than Contingency here because I'll get blockers. Both the Incubator I can turn on, the Monastery Mentor gets to survive, and he will make a monk. And I keep mine open to potentially ambush Viper my Snapcaster Mage. I imagine they just concede, yo. You have to do some kind of rude Snapcaster effects to activate prowess sometimes. And then we get there. So that's pretty much how the deck works. It's pretty straightforward. You're just throwing down your army in a can and then defending it for as long as you can and buying as much time as you can with stuff like Settle the Wreckage before you can just go in and collect the victory. As you can see, I wasn't really struggling that hard to stay alive here. And I just think that the deck's pretty good. Like, Monastery Mentor is a busted card. It's banned in other formats. And having it and another card that does a similar thing is kind of crazy. And I'm kind of interested to see how it's going to grow and develop in this historic metagame. And maybe I'll be playing it. Maybe I'll make a run at Mythic playing it. We'll see how we go. But that is it for now. If you are interested, I do have a whole bunch of other stuff on the channel. A bunch more Magic history. But I also have Pokemon TCG. I also have Marvel Snap. And I'm making my own board game at the moment, which is a reverse murder mystery game. I think a lot of that stuff might be worth checking out, and I do appreciate any likes and subscribes that you guys provide, because that helps a lot in the algorithm getting me noticed. It's kind of the dream, right? So that people can see the content that I'm making, and hopefully something here has given you inspiration to make a cool deck of your own to play on Magic Arena.